Hi there everyone, today we're going to look at a volume of prisms and cylinders, okay, essentially, prisms and cylinders. So anything that basically has a shape which is the same all the way through it. So whether or not it be a triangular or basically a cylinder or even some other shape, essentially, we're going to look at how to work out the volume. Alright, so work out the volume of a prism or cylinder or something that has the same shape all the way through is the cross-sectional area at the front, and you multiply it by its length or its depth, all right? And that's the same for any, all right? So the volume of a prism is a cross-sectional area times by length, and unfortunately I've seen it a number of times, is that the idea of knowing that it's just this cross-sectional area at the front, sometimes you're just told what it is, and then told by its length. And I think because you're told what it is, I think it just confuses people, because actually they expect it to be relatively straightforward, but that concept hasn't kind of sunk in. All right, so find the volume of this particular prism. All right, so you need to know it's a prism. Well, you work out the area of the front bit, so the area of a triangle. So 8 times 3 divided by 2. So 8 times 3 is 24 divided by 2, so it's 12. All right, so that's the first bit. And then you're going to times that by 4. All right, which is literally 12 times 4, which is 48 centimetres cubed. All right, and it is straightforward as that. It's the area of the front bit times by its depth. All right, so if you're looking for a harder prism, okay, so a little bit more complicated in terms of its question, then you're going to have to do the same thing. So this 2 at the front, this 2 here at the side, I'm going to kind of ignore for the time being, because really all my energy and concentration should be focused on trying to figure out what the area of this is. All right. Now I'm going to make it relatively short. This is not a case of try and figure out these as a bunch of rectangles. It's really the case of, well, if I work out the big rectangle and take away the little rectangle, then that'll give me the bit that's on the outside. All right, so if I do 9 times 4 for the big rectangle, and I do 2 times 1, then a little triangle, then I'm going to be left with that bit. Okay, so hopefully that's what they do. So 9 times 4 is 36, 2 times 1 is 2, so the area of it is 36, take away 2, so it's 34, and then I'm going to times it by its depth, which is 2, which is going to give me 68 centimetres cubed. So from what looked hard, arguably not, and I think what some people tend to do is they don't think about this aspect of doing one take away the other, all right, to make it a little bit easier. So please do look for those. They'll save an awful lot of time if you spot that. All right, so cylinders, again, cylinder is effectively a prism but with a circle at the front. All right, so the area of a circle is pi r squared, which if you haven't looked at, you should have done by now, but that's the area of a circle. And then I'll need to just times it by its length. All right, so same process. So area of the top times by its length to give me the volume. So looking at the volume, obviously you've got pi times 3 squared, which is going to give me 9 pi or 28.27. And then you times that by 11, which is going to give me 311 centimetres cubed. I thought it wasn't working there for a second. So 311 centimetres cubed. All right. Thing to watch out for in terms of obviously cylinders and those kind of things is just little details. Keep your eye on units for obvious reasons. You know, sometimes they mix it up with units, but and also keep your eye on the fact whether or not they give you the radius or the diameter. They have a tendency to mix those around a little bit. So please note, obviously, you give them the diameter, and then you need to half it to get the radius before you start doing any kind of calculations. Okay. Well, there are loads of questions available online on maths-school.co.uk. Link is at the bottom of the page for you to have a practice at. But of course, if you need to kind of come back to the lesson and video, you can do it anytime. Thanks for listening.